So what's up, everybody? What we're going to be doing today is adding this cup holder I purchased on Amazon to the 26 Jeep Wrangler here. And for whatever reason, Jeep, I think in either 25 or 26, I'm not real sure which year, they stopped putting the cup holder in the back of the Wrangler, which really aggravates my 10-year-old daughter because she has nowhere to put her drinks, which has caused several drinks to be spilled in my floorboard because her 10-year-old mind tells her to throw them in the floorboard while we're driving. So we're going to try to get this thing on. I do not think this is a factory Mopar part. There's no part number on it. But the quality looks, looks really good. It's got the rubber inserts. It's just like the cup holders that would come in there. So let's get the center console out and see if we can get it in there to fit. Okay, so first thing that you need to do is in the front of the Jeep here, try to make this as simple as possible. On either side in the front here, there's going to be these little covers. Get you something thin that you can pop those off. And as you see under the covers, you're going to have a 10mm bolt. There's one on each side in the front. Once we get those out, we'll move to the back. And here's the one on the driver's side. Pop the cover off, and there's your 10mm bolt. Onto the back. So you're going to want to slide your seats, and if you have manual seats on the earlier year models, just slide them to the front that way, all the way as far as it'll go, and you'll be able to access these covers in the back. Same kind of deal as you see. They didn't want those coming out. All right, get the one on the other side. Passenger side here. All right. Then there's going to be these connectors here. And we're going to unplug all of these connectors that go up to this center console. As you can see, they're all going up there. So we're going to remove all those connectors, as well as it looks like this connector too, because we have USBs, window switches, we got everything in this bad boy. So we're going to have a lot of connectors. So we're going to unplug all those. The way these work, there's a tab right here that you can just push down with your thumb, and that releases the tabs there on all three of these. This one looks like the tab it's gonna be a pain, but it's right through here. Then there's a red tab on this one. You'll have to pull the red tab back. Once you get the red tab pulled back, it reveals the piece that you push down on to unplug it. This one looks like a standard connector here, so should be pretty easy. Let's get those undone. So once you've got those unplugged, you can get back to the front here, and these boots, they just pull up. It's got little clips. Just be careful, go from front to back with them. Get them pulled up. Once you get them up, you'll have a set screw right here. Then there's another one right here. And they're T25. You go ahead and take those set screws out. Before you take out the one for the main shifter, go ahead and set your e-brake up. And there's a white tab here. You can push this white tab down and get the shifter into neutral. That way you don't have to worry about interference here, because it's touching it up here. That way when you rip it off, you don't have to worry about breaking anything. So we'll get those things out. All right, just so we're on the same page, this piece here has to come out. And it sounds like you're breaking everything. It just has these clips here. But man, these are the hardest working clips on this entire Jeep. But I got this out. Now, the console, everything is loose. The only thing we have is this one wire that's for these lights right here. And the plug, I don't know if you can see it, it's going to be right there. You can see the plug. We'll unplug that for these lights, and then this console should lift right up out of here. All right, first things, there's two T20s, of course, right here. You remove those, and you grab up here and yank, and this bad boy will come loose, and it'll reveal these T20s and the ones that's at the bottom. You're gonna have, for this cup holder, there's two T20s, of course, not T25s, that you'll have to remove, and then this back little tray assembly they have will come out. So once you get it off, you'll be left with this, and yes, these two bottom T20s is the whole reason you had to take this entire thing out. If it wouldn't be for those two, you can get to everything else, the console in the car. But here's the difference. Man, this is going to add these two cup holders. It's going to be great. I'm not sure why they went to this. I would imagine just like anything else, it's probably for cost savings. But we're going to put this bad boy in here and hopefully it works. It looks like it's going to be perfectly fine. Probably just a copy from the earlier year models. And since they really don't change much with these Jeeps over the years, this is going to be great. And there it is, totally installed. Looks freaking awesome. Only thing I'll say is that the texture doesn't match. But I don't know how these were from the factory. This is my first Wrangler. I had a Gladiator before, but I don't remember. I'm pretty sure the Gladiator had cup holders in the back like this, but don't get me to line as what the texture was on it, because I definitely don't remember that. But other than that, it looks great. The black matches pretty well. The only difference is this is a smoother texture. So there may be some variations on Amazon. There was a bunch of them to choose from. And all of them look pretty much the same. I want to say this was around 40 bucks, something like that, 40 bucks, 50 bucks. But it'll add cup holders. It's got the rubber on the inside, just like factory cup holders would. Fits nice. Let's go see if everything will go back in this Jeep. Pretty much the reverse order. Really not going to film the whole thing. I'll just kind of show you the finished product. The only thing that I'll show you is these wires here, making sure that you get those routed correctly. And other than that, it's pretty straightforward reverse operation. Okay, so in the Jeep, what you're going to want to do is those wires need to come right here under the back portion. They need to come through here because they're going to be routed up through here, but all the connectors will only fit through here. So just keep that in mind when you put it down, that you get these wires, and the biggest connector, the big fat connector that was up here towards the center more, it goes through first, and then all the rest of the connectors can pass through. That's really the only nuance to this, other than just reverse order from what I've already showed you. So here it is, installed, factory floor mats in. I mean, this is for 40 bucks, and being not a factory Mopar, Jeep, whatever part, this thing fits and looks pretty darn good. It's gonna add two cup holders to the back for my daughter, so I'm sure she'll be excited also. Well, that's gonna be it for today. Thanks everybody for watching. I've got a new air setup here that will air up and deflate all four tires at once. It's an air command system from EasyFlate. I'm gonna be doing a video on that pretty soon. I've just been using it. I've used it 3 times so far, and it's been superb, much faster than trying to do it with a standard pump, and much cheaper than those ARB or mounted pumps that's in the vehicle. So we'll be doing a video on that pretty soon. Thanks everybody that keeps watching. Remember to share these videos, like them, subscribe, all that other crap all the other YouTubers ask for. Word out to your mother.